I made this video specifically for Twitter. So I want to show you one of the ways I use my EMAs, right? So I know there is a lot of misconception about the use of EMAs and indicators in general. And what I always do tell people is when someone tells you something, don't just take it and absorb it. Just go and test it out. And when you test it out, and it's good for you, then you keep it. If it's bad for you, you throw it away. Because there's a lot of hearsays, and there are a lot of people that be like, don't trade indicators, and they've never used indicators. So are you going to trust somebody that's never used something to tell you is not good, right? You get a point. So what I'm going to tell you here is how I use my indicators. You are not taking any trades with them. We're not going to be taking any trades with them. So what we are going to basically be doing is to do a comparison, right? So let's say there is let's say you are someone. I always advise my students to trade. If you want to trade one currency, I don't really advise that. I'd rather advise you to trade a basket of currencies, right? So what do I mean by a basket of currencies? A basket of currency means trade a currency. So trade the USD. So for instance, if you want to trade a USD, then you are interested in all these USD pairs. So you're interested in the Euro USD, GBP USD Gold, AED USD, NZD USD, USD CAD, USDJPY, and USDCHF. So for someone that wants to trade just one currency, personally, what I tell my students is that if you like and you don't want to trade, if you want to trade one currency, then I advise you to trade a basket of currency. Because if you're trading GBP USD, you technically need to know what the dollar is doing, and if you know what the dollar is doing, you could now use this idea to trade the other dollar pairs, right? So that's why I advise it. I don't force them. I advise them that might be a good idea, right? So what do I use the indicators for? So I have two indicators here. This is a fast EMA, and this is a slow EMA. The number does not matter. For this purpose I'm doing, the number of the indicator does not matter. So I'm not going to talk about my EMA number because it doesn't matter in what I'm doing. You can use any EMA number. So what do I do? So say I want to trade one of the USD pairs I currently have on my screen, okay? Between Euro USD and GBP USD. Okay, so I actually have another indicator on the top here, but ignore that. Let's focus on just the red. Let's focus on just the red and the black one, right? So basically what I'm going to trade is, so the EMA in general, if you don't know what the EMA is, it measures the average price of the candle. So if you're using a 50 EMA, it means that the market would add the closing price, or you can set it up to be closing or no closing, but mostly mine is set to closing. So for instance, if this is a 50, this is not a 50 EMA. If you put it on your charts, I'm currently on a 3D time frame. You see that it won't match up. But if, for instance, you are using the 3D time frame or whatever time frame, and you are using the EMA, what it's basically doing, if you are using a EMA 50, it adds the closing prices of the last 50 candles and give you the average price, right? So if you see this, what this is telling you is that this is the average prices of the last 50 candles. And I don't know why some people get so upset about indicators, because it's just like a mathematical tool. It's like all those people, they didn't like maths in school, so they don't really understand what is going on. So you can't blame them. I'm sure people will be coming for me after they watch this video. So what do I do? Let's say I know the dollar is strong, right? I've done my analysis. I know, okay, the dollar is strong and I'm looking for the best USD pair to trade. I can use the EMAs to help me make that decision. So what do I do? My slow moving average is the black EMA, and my fast moving average is the red EMA. You can use one EMA for this. You don't have to use two, right? You can use one EMA. And I think I'll do a demonstration when I'm done with this. I'll have like a 50 or something EMA and use it to explain why you can use one EMA. So let's go back to Euro USD. So I go to Euro USD. What do I see? Euro USD is trading below the black EMA and the red EMA, right? You can see they've actually crossed here, right? So you see how Euro USD is doing, trading below the two EMAs with a slow and then a fast on top. If we quickly go back to GBP USD, what do we see? We see the opposite. We see that the slow is on top and the black is above. So Euro USD, GBP USD, they mostly move in the same direction when the dollar is strong. So just by looking at these two, and I'm comparing between Euro USD, which one is more bearish, right? So you can pause the video and guess. Of course, it's Euro USD because Euro USD is trading below these two. So it means comparing the average prices of the last candles, depending on whichever EMA you're looking at, you can see that Euro USD is relatively trading lower than GBP USD. So in terms of choosing between the two, you are better off taking a sell trade on Euro USD than GBP USD. But in terms of trade opportunity, the one that is most likely going to give you more opportunity, it is GBP USD, because GBP USD is still kind of slightly bullish because it's still trading above the EMA we are using for the comparison. In this case, we are comparing Euro USD to GBP USD. So if it is going to go down, it is now coming to break the EMA and then go a little more down. Whilst Euro USD has already done that, broken the EMA and it's below. So it might go slightly below, right? So now you have two things to choose from just by having the EMA on your chart. You can decide to go with the one that is more bearish, that the trade is most likely going to be the best trade or easier trade, or you go with the one that presents you with what? More opportunity. So let's go to the flip side. Let's look at between USD CAD, USDJPY, and USDCHF, right? So if you look at USDCHF, so here if the dollar is strong, we are looking to buy, right? So if you're looking at USDCHF, you see that USDCHF is trading below these two EMA. So USDCHF is kind of not so bullish compared to USDJPY, because if you look at USDJPY, you see it came for the slow moving average, not the fast moving average, and it bounced to the upside. If you look at USD CAD is still tested this and it's still kind of here. So if you are arranging this pair just by looking at the momentum of the buys or how bullish they look, you can rank it from USDJPY is the more bullish, followed by USD CAD, and then what? USDCHF. So the same way, in terms of the trade that is most likely going to be the easiest trade for a buy, if you find a buy opportunity, USDJPY might be the one, followed by what? USD CAD, and then followed by USDCHF. But in terms of the trade that could give you potential more opportunity, it is USDCHF, because if the dollar is strong, this is currently still trading lower, below the EMA. So let's say it decides to come all the way here, right? It presents you more opportunity to hold this trade for a relatively long time. So this is simply how I use the EMA. So you don't necessarily have to use, okay, I think I showed my EMAs, but I mean, it is fine. So let's choose a random EMA. Let's have a random EMA. Say EMA something. So I just put an EMA here. Let's put a number. Like I always say, the number does not matter. Whatever EMA you are using, just backtest it and know what features and characteristics it has, right? So with this EMA, we have let's give it a number, say 544. No, I didn't set the right one. Say 544 EMA, right? So this is the 544 EMA, right? So it's a random EMA. It doesn't matter. You can choose whatever EMA you want to do, but know how that EMA applies. So you have to go and backtest and see how you can use it. You can use the EMAs for so many reasons. Like I'm currently using to compare relative strength between currencies, right? So I can look at this 544 EMA to do the same comparison. If the dollar is strong and I'm buying, I know that price is trading below this EMA here. So compared to something like USDJPY, which is trading way above the 544 EMA, I know that just by looking at this, USDJPY is more bullish than USDCHF. And compared to USD CAD, we can also say USD CAD is more bullish than USDCHF, but USDJPY is more bullish than USDCHF. So you can see how I use a different EMA just to do the same thing, but application might be different, right? That's why I mostly say the EMA you use does not matter. Just know why you are using it and what it can do for you, right? So I hope this makes sense. I mean, I'm not preaching for EMA for you to use EMA, but I just want to show you how sometimes I use some of these EMA. So it's not necessarily mostly for entering trades, right? So I don't know, I might upload this on YouTube, but this is for Twitter. So I hope you enjoy this. And I don't know if you took the gold trade. We are doing good. We are pushing. Let's see what we get going into London. We have a significant push. If we close like this on the 4 hour, that is so good because then price will pull back a little bit and pump to the upside. So yeah, let's smash it this week. If you're not in the Telegram, join the Telegram. I dropped this in the VIP and also in the free Telegram. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video and let's have a peaceful week. Drop some comments under the video.